Hey there, friend. Hope you are doing well. Welcome to Soulvine. This is Jamie. We are checking in for your energies. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising will be the most dominant. Let's connect in and see what is going on. I know things may be feeling a little kind of unpredictable right now, energetically across, worldly events. I do also feel there is this undercurrent and strength that something solid is here and coming, but there's, I think, it's quite a strong trust in self that's really important right now. Just listening to yourself, what you need, when you need to rest, when you feel like, okay, let's go. This is still not a time to play small. If there's something that you've been wanting to do, just do that thing. Do that one thing. Just start and keep going. And keep going. And each day, the more that you add on, that thing will grow. Because I know a lot of you have got some strong aspirations right now to create, to do, to become, to try something new. So, the greatest investment is in yourself and taking a chance on that, Okay, current energy. So with the Two of Pentacles, let's see what's challenging this energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what's influencing right now. And again, get you some messages on what you need to know. We've got the Knight of Wands, the past impacting you presently. We have the Page of Pentacles, Headspace, the Hermit energy. Near future, we have the Five of Cups and the Six of Wands. Your power in this situation is the Seven of Swords. What's going on around you? You've got the Four of Pentacles and the Devil energy. I will get into this in a moment. I'm just going to pull a couple more cards and let's dive in. Hopes and fears. We've got Death energy. It's interesting that flipped in reverse. If you're new here, I don't read reversals. I simply connect into the energy, but I'm paying attention, right? I'm paying attention to what is coming on through, and there's something interesting coming with that. I just want to say g'day and hello to our current subscribers that are here and connected. I know a lot of you, show up most days. And it's been a pleasure, I have to say, doing the readings, the personal readings that have become available in the last week. And I'm excited for those that I get to meet with some Zoom sessions this week. So yeah, okay. Friends, Temperance is showing up in terms of potential outcomes. So let's dive into it. Let's see what's going on and what you need to know. So first up, Pisces, you do have the Two of Pentacles, which is sitting in the space of the current energy. So there's either something that you're trying to navigate and figure out and what to do with it, or you could be coming into it feels like some reciprocated energy right now, okay? Trying to find your own way here on making something work and balance, but just being a place that I feel if there's more than one energy here that you're on the same page, that you're navigating in the same direction. And if it's not directly related to a person and this is just, simply about you, it's kind of this energy. It just feels grounded, whatever it is. And it's a part of getting grounded into that space of, I'll figure it out, whatever comes, I'll manage it. There's this, again, I feel there's this deep trust, even though things may seem a bit unsettled outside, I feel internally there's this strong trust or strong grounding within yourself of whatever comes next. What's challenging this energy though is the Wheel of Fortune, which means that there is and are some things potentially here, Pisces, that are moving through right now and causing, some upstir or causing some change or causing some reflection here to go, what does bring that balance? What does bring those moments in time for you right now? You may, be looking at where to put your money, where to put your time, where to put your energy. And there's also something that I think there's a strong desire for, which I mentioned. It's okay to keep going after those things, even if it's a day at a time. Allow the build up upon that. But this energy feels very grounded. I just want to let you know, okay? So even if something just feels, you want to consider it or how you're going to manage it, there's this very strong sense of grounding and that you'll be okay in whatever you do there. In terms of the influence, you have the Knight of Wands. So I think it's interesting too, because I think sometimes in the groundedness that you have or that you step into and this balance and harmony that comes, you also then want to mix it up because it can feel a little mundane. You know, you don't want to sit still for too long or keep riding at a same, like, you know, you want the heartbeat to be going. You want to feel the energy within you, within your bones, within your soul. And I think sometimes too, in that there comes a different excitement of exploration. And I feel like that's what's happening. There's something else now that gets to be a part of your energy or capture your energy, and you get to explore it. But when you're exploring it in this balanced energy, what's lovely about it is that you get into this flow. You get into this flow of like, I'm good of where I am within myself, and you go explore a little bit and have fun with it. And I can see this is what's opening up. Even if things feel a little safe, or again, this little mundaneness of even the unknown, it's kind of like, we'll see where it goes. I'm not bothered. That's the energy that feels it. But at the same time, you're comfortable is what it feels like. And then it's, okay, you're comfortable now. Let's see what else we can bring to the mix. Let's see what else, you know, the universe wants to show up here right now for you. Because I feel like there's something here that's going to kick up or kick open that you get to explore and play with. Wow, there's something coming. There's something coming. Page of Pentacles is the past impacting today. This could be some work that you've done before, Pisces. Something, again, that you put time, energy, effort. Maybe you made some money from it at some point in time. I feel like there's something that you explored here. Maybe it didn't fully get off the ground. Or maybe wherever you started, the financial component or the energy behind it didn't turn into this big thing that you were hoping for it to go. Or maybe you walked away with a little bit of something to I feel like whatever you got from this, there was some financial gain. Maybe not as much as you hoped, or maybe you didn't get as much out of it as you hoped. However, I feel like there's something else that's opening up here, because you do have the Hermit energy showing up in your headspace, which, you know, is talking about what's next. What's that next step? So even in this energy of feeling cool, calm, and collected in something, even though there might be things stirring on the outside, I feel like you're also seeking, you may be feeling still, for some of you, a little bit of this void energy, because you need to fill it with something, like I said, this excitement, because you don't like to stand still for too long, right? Something needs to capture your attention. You can, you know, cruise, but it's also, you need that excitement and that energy to capture your attention. So I feel like that's what you're looking at right now. You could be taking a bit of time out, a bit of quiet mode of going, what do I want? Where am I going here? But also feeling that chilled energy amongst it. It's interesting because, yeah, I feel like you're trying to listen to what to do next, and whether it's, you know, that sign, that fired up energy to go, okay, this is where I'm going. It's like you're searching, but don't know what you're searching for, but know something is there around you. But also there's this part of you, I think, that wants to create as well. So yeah, I feel like your energy is open though. That's what it feels like. But there's just still seems a bit of confusion or trying to gain some understanding of what you're meant to do in this time period, because it feels, even though you're chill, it feels unsettling in its own interesting way, you know. And I hope that makes sense to those of you that are experiencing that. Obviously this is a general read, so you know, take what's yours, and only, you know, take what's yours, obviously, in terms of your own intuition and connection to it. But coming up, you do have the Five of Cups with the Six of Wands. It's a very interesting energy here, because I do feel that something didn't work out, and then works out. I feel like you've been recognized here, or recognize yourself at some point, that what didn't work out, or what hasn't kicked off, or what didn't grow and expand the way that you wanted to, or that relationship that didn't work, that job that didn't work, that startup that didn't work, a partnership, whatever it may be. You know, maybe you have been hard on yourself, or maybe you feel a bit regretful on some decisions or choices that you made, or where you opened up and perhaps you felt that you shouldn't have. What I'm seeing here now is there's some recognition for where you've been. Okay, I feel like you're going to gain some understanding or clarity of where this is meant to take you next. You know, sometimes it's the expression of loss, or the expression in our healing, the expression in our own memories, that you get to take this and do something with it. And I feel like that's what's showing up here. Something is that didn't work out is going to work out. It just may look different. In terms of your power, you've got the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is about strategic direction, strategic insight, okay? But it's also being aware and not self-sabotaging, okay? Or being aware of your surroundings and really trusting in it, okay? Because it seems like here that there's something or someone or a situation here that it feels like an energy is locking into you. This energy could come in different forms. You know, it could be stuck working in this 9-to-5 grind, being connected to a salary, the stability of salary or income, or also being comfortable in, you know, when sometimes we want change, but we don't change our environment, but we seek change, we want to grow, we want to expand, but we keep doing the same thing, and it ends up being, well, you know, kind of like that own style or form of insanity, so to speak. It just seems like you've either got a situation or something here that you're getting trapped in, around either money, financial behaviors, or the way that you're working or experiencing a person. And again, it just feels like you're not potentially making progress. And I feel like, you know, visiting that, it's important. Someone, yeah, this could be money, gambling, or saving so much, worried that, you know, certain things are going to happen. Yeah, there's a bit of fear energy that comes with it, but then there's also someone here that I feel is very determined to make something work, and to make something work. And I don't know if that's someone coming towards you here, Pisces. Something that didn't work out wants to work out. Like I said. Because here in your hopes and fears is change and is transformation. Some of you, I do feel like there could be... Spirit's asking you to take a step back and reevaluate something here. This, and it's coming back to here. So it's taking me back. It was like, hang on a sec, reevaluate. There's something here to reevaluate. Make sure to... This is going to be a message for, you know, someone particular here. If you are engaging in a situation, I'm just getting, for some of you, there could be an energy here of like too good to be true, or comes across that way. Just be mindful of that, because there could be somebody here that's giving you a lot of attention, or giving you a lot of like, yes, you're this person that I want, or there's this strong desire for you as part of a situation, and you're in a pretty good position, okay? I feel like you're in a good position, but there could be something or someone here that ends up stirring something. But just be, the reason I'm going to say be mindful of it is because when it comes here, I can see here that there's a sense of disappointment of maybe someone overpromised something and hasn't been able to deliver. But it's also too about being strategic or looking deeper into things right now, Pisces, and that's going to be really important for you around a certain something. And it seems to be around work and finances, okay, is how it's coming across. I feel like you're hoping for a breakthrough and a push through, but there is something here to be mindful of. But also don't be too, and I know this can sound counterintuitive here, but it's also being aware enough and doing your own due diligence is going to be important without sabotaging a situation as well that could actually be really amazing for you, right? Because of what you've been through in the past. I know it's kind of like, you know, situations we don't want to repeat. But I just feel there's something here that there is something that I feel I think it's because someone here is questioning something is what it feels like. There could be a group of you that's questioning an opportunity or questioning a direction. And for you to be excited about it, you need to feel it, right? It needs to give you that energy of, yeah, I want to go for this. I want to engage in this. I want to feel this. I want to, you know, explore this. It's kind of like that push-pull energy that sometimes we can get stuck into, where it's like, go, 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 go. And then there's this massive slowdown. And then there's the confusion that sometimes comes with, well, I thought we were making progress in this direction and now all of a sudden something's changing. So I feel like that's what could be happening when you've been in a pretty even keel place, or maybe have been giving to someone or to a situation or considering giving to a situation. There just feels this bit of push-pull energy and confusion. It feels like really good, and then it's kind of like, oh, I'm not sure. We can see this here and then coming through. But what I feel like there's a bit of an adjustment happening for you and somebody else, or for a circumstance and situation. You know, sometimes if you start a job or get into a new relationship with someone, or move to a new place, there's this adjustment of having been used to doing things a certain way, or having the freedom to, you know, flirt versus being in a committed relationship. There's an adjustment. There's parts of you that you shed in new situations and new dynamics. You know, maybe you've been used to being your own boss or being in charge of a team, but as you come into a new team, it could be like, well, you've got to suss out the energy and the environment. You've got to learn things before you can really take charge. So that it's kind of like a reconstruction, right? You're kind of stripping away to reconstruct into a different committed version of where you're going next. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening. There's this deconstruction that's happening for this rebuild, and I can kind of see it. But the navigation's an interesting one, because all of your situations are going to be different. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I think, you know, some people that you come across on the journey, I think there's a point in time where you do kind of look at what's happening around you. And recognizing here, for some of you, you've succeeded over somebody else, and there could be the disappointment that comes with that. Or there could be the disappointment of that you should have perhaps succeeded in something before, but only now is this opportunity the right time and your time for your purpose and your journey. But I think there's still some strategic moves and insight and looking into something that's going to really help you. I feel like someone is hooked into your energy, though. I still get that when I come to this, okay? Like someone's hooked into your energy. So if you've got a promotion or in a new community or a new environment where you're a part of something here, Pisces, I'm just getting a sense that someone is feeling a little disgruntled, or someone is feeling a little uncomfortable, okay? Maybe you're new on the scene in terms of something. Whatever this is, that's going to be for a group of you. I think you just need to kind of suss out the situation and work at Pisces. You're very aware of your surroundings and people, so connect into that, because there is something here that needs to be kind of rebalanced. When things were balanced, I feel you're opening into a new environment. For some of you, this is also could be, like I said, for as you're navigating something on a financial front, that could be also another narrative or energy that's coming on through here, that figuring that path out and that journey out, and finally coming back into maybe some new successes and new direction. But it's, again, recalibrating your financial structures, I feel, is also a big one. And this new way of going forward. But again, it's going to take time. It's not something that happens immediate. So I feel, again, it just feels like a restructure is what it keeps telling me. A bit of a breakdown and it doesn't mean a breakdown like an emotional breakdown. I think it's a breakdown of self, because you're entering a new environment. You're entering a new era of something. So to do that, you have to kind of rebuild parts of yourself and let go parts of yourself because of the environment, because of the situation. Maybe there's a new, you're entering winter months, but you've been in summer. Your body has to adjust. You have to learn to adjust. You've got to change your clothes. You've got to change your wardrobe. Sometimes you change what you eat. The way you work out is different. You adjust to the climate, right? And sometimes our body has to get used to that. And that's kind of the feel, metaphorically, that I'm getting here around this situation. I'm going to get you just a couple of cards I want to take away with you for this. I hope this has made sense, because the energy just feels like a little trying to figure the path out in the middle of being grounded and happy, or being okay where you're at. Something is shifting it up for you. So you've got the card yes. I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can see. Yes, it says yes. Kiss the ground and touch the sky. Your soul is set now to leap and fly. Yeah. So there seems to be an opportunity that's coming on in, but you're still sussing it out. Oof, look at this. Destiny. One door closes, another opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. So this is what I'm talking about. There's something unfolding here, Pisces, but it's going to be a little adjustment, and it's a good thing. You get to grow, you get to expand, you get to have fun with it. But it's important to stay open and look a bit deeper at what's happening around you, and not to judge it too quickly. And it's purely because there's an adjustment period. And I think that's just, something that you have to navigate. But you've got this. You've always got this. You know that, friend. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for being here, Pisces. If you would like to like and subscribe, that's great. For those that already do, appreciate you very much. Speak soon.